YouTube? This is Nash Taters. Welcome back to another episode of LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. Now today we're going to talk about something that is more geared towards beginners. In the future I will make more videos regarding the exact same subject. And that subject is which minifigs to farm from Glyph Hunt, Town United, and Monolith Waste. Now since it's geared towards more of a beginners, I'm only going to cover the first two stages where people can easily defeat the enemies. For the first map, it's actually covering the first three stages since the first map itself does not contain any minifigure nodes. Now my suggestion is you should go for Heatley, Darwin in the first map, Fitness Instructor for the second map. And the reason being is Heatley is actually a very good unit. He is a tanky unit and his first skill allows him to do defensive down, which is very crucial, especially if you can give him counterattack. This will allow your other units to do more damage. Therefore, he is going to be a solid unit in terms of debuffer and the fact that he has taunt. It gives him lots of hit points, lots of defense, making him a really good tanky unit for your team. Darwin's a good unit for doing damage. He has pretty good decent dodge abilities and he will fit quite nicely on your Pirates team. Now later on when I do more coverage on this game, there are going to be certain situations which will ask you to make and take and deploy specific teams. Therefore, you can get benefits from those specific encounters. And those teams are going to be things like Pirates, Castle, Space, etc., etc. And the way they're designed is you have to only advance to the next stage if you have your units all up to the star requirements. For example, 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, etc. I'll cover more in detail on how those work later on. Fitness Instructor is pretty much the hiker equivalent on the builder side. If you recall, Glyph Hunt requires explorers, builders are for Town, and specific encounters will ask you to only use builder units or explorer units. It's very crucial that you actually advance both maps at a fairly equal pace because you're going to need materials from Town United for your gear and you're going to be farming specific minifigures from Glyph Hunt. Hiker is pretty much one of the best AoE healers in the game. Fitness Instructor has one skill where she will buff your entire team in terms of raising their attack, and she also has an AoE heal. But her AoE heal has a 5 cooldown period, so it takes a very long time to actually trigger multiple times in an actual fight. But nevertheless, she is one of your better healers in terms of support. Town United, the first two encounters, you're going to have access to Darwin and of course Hiker. You should highly farm Hiker, of course, and then of course start working on Darwin. Also work on your Raft Raiders tile because Raft Raider is very, very good for your Pirates team. The next map also has a lot of good units you want to build. Obviously, you want to work on Cook Bart and Princess Argenta because they're going to be part of your Pirates team. So once you can unlock Captain Redbeard, that's when you really want to kind of build and work on your Pirates team. Your Pirates team is going to be very good for Arena. Now, ideally, you're only limited to a certain number of energy you can use per day. Therefore, you need to prioritize the Pirates, Hiker, and then the Raft. And everything else you should spend on Darwin, Heatley, and of course, Fitness Instructor. As far as this Monolith is concerned, you'll most likely just be on the first map. And again, you're going to be working on Hiker and perhaps Heatley. Now, since you don't really spend a lot of red Monolith energy that often because of the fact that these specific nodes have a lot less restrictions. I would suggest after you expend your energy on Hiker and Heatley, use them on Spaceman Reed. This unit is very good for mid game and late game as well. He's not so powerful early game, but you might as well spend your energy building him. The other option would be to work on LeQuay because he will be part of your Imperial team slash Pirates team. And eventually the Imperial team will probably be buffed, but that's something much farther down the road. But again, if you have excess energy, he wouldn't be a bad option. And of course, Street Sweeper is actually quite a solid tank. He fits into your city team, which will be used for, again, one of those other specific encounters. Extra energy can actually go into him as well. The Cactus Girl is an attacker you get early game, but she tends to be not that good anymore because she was nerfed, I believe. And so her usefulness isn't really that great. You could use her maybe up to level 15 or 20, but then after that, I would pretty much recommend stop working on her. My last video, I talked about which units to farm from the shop, so definitely check that video out if you want to continue on other units you want to build in addition to the campaign units. Overall, the big units you really want to work on in your early going arena team should be Hiker, Chicken Man. Chicken Soup guy, I would recommend building to up to level 25 and then stop. He's really solid attacker for early game. But then, again, he dips really hard, just like Cactus Girl. So as soon as you're able to start farming Argenta and Bart, I will work on Bart, Argenta, Hiker, Chicken Soup guy till level 25. And then, of course, once you get Captain Redbeard, that should round up your team. Once you access Arena at level 18, you should be working on Valiant. And your final arena team should be Hiker, Redbeard, Bart, Valiant, and then Princess Argenta, which is the team I'm still using today. As you can see, I'm trying to get everyone to 5 stars. Now, as a general rule of thumb, I highly recommend working on your units up to 5 stars and then kind of slow down a bit. Ideally, you want to try to have all your team move at the same pace, meaning you should be ideally building your Explorer team and your Builder team to be all reaching 5 stars first. After that, slowly work on individual units that you want to power up to higher than 5 stars. The reason being is it takes a long time to grind for beyond 5 stars, and sometimes not every unit is created equal. So the amount of investment you're putting in to jump from 5 stars to 6 stars doesn't necessarily give you the right amount of reward back, in the sense that the stats boost from 5 star to 6 star sometimes isn't that great. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be producing pretty much video, I would say, every other day, it seems like. And as always, if you enjoy the content, please hit the subscribe button. And finally, take care of yourself and all your loved ones. Nash Taters out.